This is a song that I wrote called You Wanna Rock. It's a 3-chord song, 1-4-5 progression in the key of D. And I use this song because, for a couple of reasons. One, I have a drop D tuning. So I've taken my E string and tuned it down a whole step. Everything else about the guitar is in standard tuning. It's just my E string is now a D. So that's going to enable me to do a couple of things. Instead of playing a bar chord that looks like this, my root is going to move up 2 frets. So what used to be a G chord, now to play the G chord as a power chord, instead of this, and instead of playing an A chord like this, there's my A. So open D string, and here I use a 7-sharp 9. Normally, we've seen this so far in the series as an E7 sharp 9 with the E string open. Here, with the D, with the E string tuned down to a D. Notice that these 3 notes that used to be down here, I have to move them up a whole step as well. So that's what my pentatonic now looks like. The riffs that I've been playing with that box. So. Those were all riffs over the 1 chord. 4 chord, which is a G, but remember, I'm compensating for this E string that's now the D string. So it's just like playing a G, F, F, G, G. Back up to the 1 chord. To the 5 chord, which is an A, compensating again. Down to the G. And look at the rhythm that I'm playing in this riff. Reminiscent of like Born Under a Bad Sign. Again, everything is always being repackaged. Just like when we played Wild Thing, that, you know, dun 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 dun. All right? Back to the 1. 5 chord. 4 chord, 1 chord. And you're going to have to get your down and up picks right in order to really get this feel. So a lot of sliding, really holding on to every note. Okay, so that is the rhythm, and all of this is tabbed out for you. Let's move into the lead. Now, we've got where I come into the... I'm really milking this first bend. And I love going just a half step behind the note that I'm aiming to play and bending up to it. Very David Gilmour-ish. And often I think of David Gilmour as a three-piece player. He was such, a powerful player in a, very small band. And the way that he would emote and use bends, very reminiscent of the sounds that I'm getting out of this particular lead in this song. Pedal tone. Okay, so let's look at a few of these elements. Again, milking this note. Okay. I do a lot of this playing in thirds. You can take your pentatonics then it ends with more bends. And this is a form of a pedal tone. Basically, I'm bending a string here and here where I'm allowing this finger to run into the string above it. Notice how I'm covered with my thumb and my first finger as far as bending. And that really, a lot of what I'm doing with my right hand, quite frankly, it's showmanship because I perform so much. I can accomplish the same thing like that, but be careful that you don't lose the tip of your finger. Okay, so, we've got bends, we've got some pinch harmonics, we've got half step bends, vibrato, lots of elements. So be sure to really study this tab. This would be a good lead to learn note for note. I've included the recording from the CD. This is on my CD titled Shakedown Soul, and the song is called You Wanna Rock. So play along with this song. Take everything that you can from it. It's a really good example of what can be done with a riff, 3 chords, and a drop D, so you've really got that low end sound, okay? So there's a lot to take from this, and dive in and have some fun.